Hey there, gang. It is time for another comic book unboxing video. As always, I have a short box of comic books here that I've been given to grade for sale on eBay. But as always, I have no idea what has been put in that box for me to work on. So what will we see? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. We're going to find out together. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. So not much of a preamble this time. Please do just like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the groovy things. Feed that algorithm. I think the one sort of bit of business that I'll mention right up front is I am going to split this box into two videos. As you can see here, as you look at the edge, as we see Batman swinging down to do something strange and unnatural to Superman. We have here what looks like books that came from at least two separate collections. So we're going to do these top books in this video, the ones that are in the bags here, and they look a little newer, probably closer to the standard stuff that we see in most of these unboxings. The bottom half there, from about Superman's chest symbol there down, those look, at least on the edge, and again, I have no idea. I never peek until you are here. I don't know what those are, but just looking at the edge, they are either some books in very bad condition, or more likely, those are some older books, some early Silver Age, maybe some Uranium Age. I don't know. Maybe possibly even some Golden Age. I don't know. But we're gonna save those for the next video. So if you saw those in the thumbnail and you were like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see what those are," well, you're going to be waiting until tomorrow. But anyway, let us get on with the show, and we'll grab the first stack of books here. And we're going to start right off with some Bronze Age Avengers. That's nice. Number 84. Love that John Buscema artwork. Number 89. Part of the Kree-Skrull War. King size special. Sometimes you'll see it in some of the online guides listed as annual. Number 4. Most of these books were reprints of earlier things. Sometimes you'd get a new one. And this one does look like it has the feel of being a reprint of some earlier stuff. Well, this is interesting. Action Comics number 1, the New 52. And boy, that feels like just yesterday, but I mean, this is 2011, November 2011. That's 10 years old now. Wow. I mean, when I first started reading comic books, well, I shouldn't say first started reading because I've been reading them for as long as I can remember, but first started actively buying them with my own allowance money, making my own purchasing decisions right around 1976. If you had handed me a 10-year-old book then, 1966, you would have blown my little mind. Maybe the changes from 66 to 76 were much greater than from 2011 to 2021. It's so hard to think of that as a 10-year-old book, but by golly, it is. Where does the time fly? This was red hot for a while. It's cooled off considerably, and I don't know if we're going to get $10 for that. Now, if this is your first time seeing one of these videos, I am grading these for sale on eBay. The seller name is .com Comics, and we like to get at least $10 for these, what we call raw singles. These are all these books we're looking at. They will go up on eBay as a single book, graded. I grade them, but not slabbed, not done by CGC or some other quote unquote professional grading service. I use that professional grading in the same way that when I was a volunteer firefighter, we used to use a professional firefighter. No, you just mean career firefighter, because we volunteers train to the same standards. There's no such thing as a professional firefighter. We're all professionals. And so, I spend about 30 hours a week grading comic books. And spend the other 10 or so doing other things for the company. But I consider myself a professional grader. So this will be graded by me. It will go up on eBay. It's just not going to be in a case. It's just going to be raw. And a lot of books you get from us, you can easily, because we don't press or clean any of the things that we sell as raw singles. We do when we send them to CGC. But just the things we sell on eBay, a lot of them you can press, clean, submit to CGC yourself, and get maybe a better grade than what I'm going to put on it for a grade. So that's a possibility. We know there are a lot of dealers among our regular customers. I've gone a long way around the barn on this. Telling a lot of you a lot of things you already know, the regulars. But anyway, this was a book that was red hot for a while. I question if we're going to get $10 for that. Oh, that's where I started. We like to get at least $10 for everything that we sell on eBay. Rather it is a single one book lot, a raw single, or if it's a multi-book lot, if we put several books together in a lot. I'd like to get at least $10 at each close. We'll see how that does. So here is Amazing Spider-Man King Size number 7, Doctor Strange number 178. This is during the brief superhero phase where they put him in a mask and gave him some gauntlet gloves, hoping that that would pick up sales a little bit, I guess. It didn't. Speaking of brief phases, here is Wonder Woman during her no power phase when she was dressed in white and was just more of a Diana Rigg kind of action-adventure character. They even made the title Diana Prince as the new Wonder Woman. Usually she was wearing kind of a catsuit kind of a thing, but she's looking very, very fancy here. I don't know my fashion well enough to tell you exactly what that is, but it's very gothic. Is that it? I don't know. But anyway, that's what that's all about. This is nice. Wow, this is really nice. This is Action Comics number 340, the first appearance of the Parasite, written by Jim Shooter. In addition to all the Legionnaires that Shooter created, he also created the Parasite. So he was probably only about maybe 16 when he created this, maybe 17, I'm not sure exactly. But this is in pretty nice shape. At least it looks it inside of the bag. Yeah, I thought I felt something on the back here. There's a note on the back. So the owner, before he sorted this to be sold as a raw single, put this note on it. He's been in and out of these books. Missing poster. Now, I'm not aware that this issue had any kind of a poster. There might have been like some kind of a full-page pinup in there somewhere. Oh, here it is, yes. Extra double-page pinup of Superman. Huh. So that's been cut out. That was probably a center spread, I bet you. And so I think what will depend on the grade for this, it will either probably as nice a condition as it looks to be in. That will probably end up being either an 05 if the pinup is missing and what's on the other side of the pinup is just ads. If it's actual story pages that are on those missing pages, then this will be a 00, incomplete. And, I mean, technically a 05, our 05, it'll say 05, incomplete. But if the story's not affected, then I'm willing to give it a 05, even though I guess technically even that should be a 00. Here is Doc Samson looking very Medusa-y, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. I wasn't really reading the Hulk at this time. But that's number 330, and that's a key of some kind, although I couldn't tell you what it is right off the top of my head. Batman number 500. Very nice. This is the direct sales die cut cover, and this the Batman part flips open. Daredevil number 111 with Sheena in what was at this time Black Widow's spot. Luke Cage Power Man number 19. So this is only the third issue of Power Man. The first 16 or 17 issues, it was Hero for Hire. And then they decided that was maybe a little too clunky and changed his name to Power Man. And they changed his name to Power Man right about the time that Power Girl made her debut over at DC. I'll have to check to see exactly which one came first, but I'm pretty sure Power Girl came first, and then Marvel jumped on Power Man just as kind of a trademark block, really. Here is this is the first appearance of Cardiac, I think, in this one, 344 of Amazing Spider-Man. Strange Tales, it's the start of the Warlock series in this title. Uncanny X-Men 191, first appearance of Nimrod. Here is some groovy Star Wars Empire Strikes Back action. Number 39. Here's another 39. Number 41. Another 41. Jungle Action featuring the Black Panther. That's pretty nice. Marvel Adventure featuring Daredevil. That was a reprint series. And around this time, the early mid-70s, Marvel had a lot of ongoing titles that were reprints of earlier things. Marvel Adventure didn't last that long, but it reprinted early Daredevil stories. Thor number 279. I think this is a key, but I can't remember what. And when I say key, I use that term lightly. I use it somewhat ironically, because if you go to Key Collector and other things like that, or you watch the YouTube channels that are always trumpeting what's super duper hot and surefire, no miss investment, I tend to not think a lot of the things they call keys actually are. Spider-Man 2099, it's a good solid $15, $20 book every time. Here we've got Deadpool, the Circle Jerk. The Circle Chase. And I think that was the first Deadpool miniseries. I forget. There's only like 5,000 Deadpool series. Spectacular Spider-Man 189, part of this 30th anniversary crossover in all of the titles with these hologram covers. I don't know if I can show you that and not give you an epileptic seizure. Hopefully not. There we go. Hope you saw that. Well, if that one didn't give you a seizure, this one surely will. Let's see. Let's see what I can do in the light with that one. Wee, wee, wee. This is the spider armor. That's that's a key, right? A minor key. It's Web of Spider-Man number 100. Here's part of that same 30th anniversary event, also with a hologram cover. This is the regular direct sales copy of Spider-Man number 1 with the nice Todd McFarlane cover. And this one has the price on it, so it's not the one that was originally polybagged. This one I think was a raw book. This is nice. Mike Zeck cover with Deathlock. That is quite nice. There's the first appearance of Carnage. Oh, no, wait. First appearance is 361, I think. Second, part 2. So, that's a second appearance of Carnage, which is almost as good, although not quite. Next stack. This one will fool you. Maybe. You're like, oh, wow, I got Amazing Spider-Man number 101, the first appearance of Mobius. I didn't know that comic books were $1.75 back in 1971. They weren't. This is a reprint. The silver edition gives it away if you don't notice by the cover price, but that is a reprint. There's the third appearance of Carnage, Amazing Spidey 363. 360, I don't know what that is. 375, another foil cover. I don't know how well that'll show up for you. It's another 375. 374. That's just some Venom stuff. Web of Spider-Man number 1. That's another good, solid, dependable $20 book just about every time. Nothing spectacular, but you can make a pretty good living. Buying your Web of Spider-Mans low and flipping them for $20. And I say sell them low. You got to buy a pretty big collection so that your aggregate price, per book is low enough that it makes that worth selling. Although then you end up with a lot of books that end up in the dollar box. Amazing Spider-Man number 299 and 298. So those are some. I think 298 is the first cameo of Venom, or Eddie Brock as Venom. I forget exactly what the deal is. Again, I've said this before, but I had no interest in Venom. I kind of checked out on a lot of books during the 90s. One, because just, life as it was at that time was a struggle just day to day, just trying to live another day. I wasn't really, reading the comic books, although I never really stopped collecting. I wasn't quite as active as I had been. And I was not interested in the whole grim and gritty phase of the 90s or in the art style that was predominant at that time. I mean, I respect McFarlane well enough, and he's probably one of the better ones, but there were a lot of artists I just could not stand. Most of the ones who formed Image, I was more of the good riddance type when they went off to form Image. But anyway, the whole grim and gritty phase with the Punisher and Venom and all that kind of stuff, Hitman, I was like, no thanks. That's not why I'm reading comics. So I forget. I think 298 is the first McFarlane and the first cameo of Venom, Eddie Brock. 299 is also got a cameo in it or something. I forget. You got to look it up. You look it up. I'm just showing them to you so you can look at them. And then that kind of stuff you can look up. Now here's another one. I just can't sink this in my brain. This number 3 was, for a long time, Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, they were all dollar books except for number 8. The black suit issue. Some of these have become quote-unquote keys, and I forget why 3 is. It's the first appearance of somebody. I do love this cover, though. That's a great cover. And this one is just kind of cool because of the cover, especially after that scene appeared in Endgame. There's 3 of them, and you can see we've got both the direct sales and the direct sales and the newsstand editions. Number 5. Another number 5. 6. Oh, we don't have 7. 7 is the first appearance of that particular brand of Spider-Woman. There's 9. There's 10. Here's 11. But yeah, it is getting so that the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars series, and we're going to see number 12 here, it's getting so you can sell them all as singles now. Kind of, sort of. I personally would still sell them in lots if it were just solely up to me. If the boss, there's 7. If the boss hadn't put these in here specifically to be sold as singles, I would sell all but 1 and 8 still in lots. But, and in some lots I would include 1 and or 8 just to kind of goose up the sale of the other books. But anyway, be that as it may. Boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom. And some of these, if they're not really high grade, if it's not at least an 8, some of these I will still kick out to lots. I do have that kind of veto power. I'm not gonna veto all of these, but some of them, if they're lower grade, I will. Here's the last issue of Marvel Team Up, and the first issue of Marvel Team Up is going to be 50 years old in December. I think it came out the first week of December, 1971, and so that book will be 50 years old. Here's 338, the second appearance of Beta Ray Bill. Fantastic Four 211, first appearance of Terrax, which is still trading on MCU rumors. The idea that if and when the Fantastic, I shouldn't say if, but just when the Fantastic Four finally comes to the MCU, and then we see Galacticus, it'll be Harold. Harold. Oh, good old Harold Horsefeather. No, it'll be Terrax who will be the herald of... You're such a herald. It's like we used to have this in high school, this kid named Tom. We always say to him, "You're such a Tom." Anyway, there's 406. That's part of the year 1 storyline. 407, also part of year 1. And here we've got Punisher number 1, first issue of the first ongoing series. And we've got just 2 more books in this stack. Oh, I take that back. Just 1 more book, and it is New Mutants number 26. First appearance of Legion, I believe. So there you go. That's it. That's that box. Come back next time. We're going to take a look at these older books. Here, I'll give you a little preview. That'll be the first thing on the stack. So yeah, it looks like we're going to be looking at some Uranium Age comic books next time out. So, and look, Soups, it's you. It's you. We're going to be looking at a lot of you next time. So that'll be exciting. A lot of books starring you, not actually a lot of you. You keep your clothes on. Until next time, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.